put that down there. All right, now to share them. Good evening, guys. This is going to be a fun time tonight. One of my favorite subjects to talk about. One of my favorite ghost stories to tell. Or subjects to, yeah, share. So just hang in there and we will begin in a few minutes. Gotta share this to my other platforms. I think I really need like 20 freaking, like 3 or 4 phones, bruh. How's it? How's it, guys? Hey, Sandy, how's it? Oh, I hear the bees. Hey, Dixon. You remind me of, bro. I always see. I remember reading an article about somebody who, like a chick that was married to a ghost. She was married to the ghost of a pirate, and like wedding and everything and dating and bro, it was an amazing article. He ended up ghosting her, for lack of a better word, and she was so distraught. Like, bro, yes, a pirate. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. It's so stupid, bro. I hope it was fiction. Lady marries ghost pirate. Woman who married a 300-year-old ghost announces that their marriage is over. Amanda Teague, a 45-year-old Jack Sparrow impersonator from Northern Ireland, married a 300-year-old pirate ghost named Jack. Mother of 5. Good Lord. No, that's over here too. Hey, any wahinis like Dixon over here. You can make the light red or blue. I don't know, bro. I think the ghosts over here no more life. Nah, just kidding. Oh, what was that? Yeah, why is Matt quiet? I don't know why Matt's quiet.
Cruising in the background.
Yeah, he just chilling back over there. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Hey, Uwe, how's it? Aloha, Cricket, Martha. Scott, how's it? How's it? Troy, how's it? Hey, everybody. Yep. Don't mind the run dogs. No mind. Nah. So yeah, tonight is one of my favorite subjects. One of my favorite. Growing up, this was my favorite ghost stories. This is what I've actually had a lot of experiences with as well growing up. Was that a ghost joke? No, that was actually an article that I read, and I hope it was well, I hope it was fiction, but who knows? You know, the ghost missing out, bro. Yeah, I know. Hey, perfect. You know, you like hook up with this guy. Just go to his house, tap him on the shoulder. You can call him your boo. That was a ghost joke. Sean, how's it, bro? How's it? How's it? Big boas. All right. Hopefully no more boars tonight. Mm. Bro, I gotta tell you, the noms, they're really good, bro. These things over here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yep. Light going off. Bee landed on my nose. Nope, no beef tonight. Thank you. When I go mainland, I don't bring macadamia nuts. I bring those now. Everybody likes that. I don't know. They get new flavor, bro. I don't know. I think they have like 20 new flavors. The big ones though are good. They have the ube one. That one is ono. Oh my god. But they don't have enough in it. I finished that bag in like 5 minutes. Strawberry guava. Oh, I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to try that one out. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's expensive though. Like I went mainland. My son's girlfriend and her family in Chicago probably bought about 10, 20 of those things, different flavors, and they just want to eat the whole thing. They've never seen like orange peel, lemon peel, that kind of stuff before. Now they're fans. Hey, never mind this macadamia nut stuff, man. Coffee. I found out I went to New Orleans. The CVS in New Orleans sold Hawaii macadamia nuts and Hawaii coffee. I'm like, bro, that's not even that rare anymore. You know, you go bring them over there, think it's all good, but no. Big paws. You like animals, huh? My job is partnering with them to fundraise. Got to drop them off to you one day. Oh yeah, that bug on. Right. So it's 8 o'clock. Good evening. Wait. You want partner with them? Sure, give me one sponsor. Make one Hawaiian hauntings flavored one. What would the Hawaiian hauntings flavor one taste like? Hiccups. How's it? Mm. Gotta have dark chocolate. So we had before the ghost pepper with dark chocolate. Oh, yeah, that one was good. That was actually that was when I went to Kauai, and they asked me what stories I'm gonna tell because the candy companies over in Kauai, when I did the story at the theater, they wanted to make candy and goods and cakes in the theme of my stories, and so the theme of Kaupe was they made little dogs out of dark chocolate and ghost peppers. Oh, that was good. Oh, you want Hunter? Right on. You must get some stories too, bruh. Hiccups. Aloha. Sorry, I'm looking at two phones. I feel like I said hi to you again, but I'll say hi to you many times. Oh yeah, the ghost peppers are real spicy, but you get the right combination. Oh, that thing is good. It was just enough where it had the flavor, a little bit of heat, but the dark chocolate was longer. We're at a different place on the trail today, one place that I've never really been to too much, or at all, rather, actually. So if I can get another light to show a little more of the background. Somehow it was raining on the trail 10 feet away, so we moved 10 feet and it's not raining over here. You good, Matt? You quiet, bro. You just chilling. How do you like this place? Huh? Different, yeah. Huh? Yeah. The energy there was the same, yeah? Where we usually go.
Yeah. Well, kind of. I don't know. No, I didn't even make him over the barrier.
Huh?
I didn't even make him over the barrier.
Okay, the energy tonight is different then, huh?
Yeah, I had stopped already.
Yep. Uh, Well, you let me know what I missed, huh?
Yep.
Ah, that bug will look ugly. Jamie says, for some reason, this trail's giving me vibes. Yep. We're by the banyan tree tonight. But it could be the area tonight. Hiccups are contagious. Patricia, how's it? Okay. So, we'll start off with a little bit of a protocol.
Yeah, you should.
It does feel a little different over here. Mm. And I feel for this one, I need to stand up. Aloha kupuna. I like it once again to sit down and share stories over here for the people watching on the devices, for your enjoyment as well. The story, the subject for tonight is a kupua named Kaupe. We ask for your blessings to share some of his stories over here tonight. Of course, like always, if you want us to leave at any time, simply let us know, and we will leave it. We will hele. Mahalo. It seems a lot more closed off over here. Well, there's just a big open clearing to my back. It's a little unnerving. The place is matching the energy with the subject tonight. Yep. Wow. All right. So aloha everybody, and good evening. Aloha winala. This subject tonight is a little bit of a darker one. This subject tonight is let me move the camera a little bit. So it's about a guy. Okay, in Hawaii, we have many types of spirits. So you might hear me go off and talk about certain ones when I'm addressing them. I address the kupuna, the ancestors, the people that had once lived here, and the people who still dwell in the area. I like to acknowledge them and to pay respect. To me, they are the kupuna. They are the elders, the people who are still here from a long time ago, and they're the people I defer to when I come into their area. Then you have the akua. The akua were never quite spirits or people. The akua would be somebody like Pele. Don't get it confused with Ke akua. Yeah. On we just telling stories tonight over here at a haunted place. Already get movement, huh? Yep. So you have the akua. Akua is spirits, or as the Hawaiians would call them, or translated into gods, and I say that with a lowercase g. Ke akua is the god. Who do you think created all of these Hawaiian gods as well? Uhane is like a ghost, kind of like a kupuna, an ancestor. And then we have the kupua. The kupua would be one of them are a subject of tonight. They are the shapeshifters. They are the demigods, the mortals who possess supernatural abilities. There's a lot about them in Hawaiian lore. Some of them can shapeshift from animals. I believe tomorrow night we may talk about one of them, Kamapua'a, the half man, half pig. You have kupua that are listed, that are mentioned in chants and mo'olelo that have been passed down, such as one of the chiefs in Hilo was real ono for one of the fish that was only in Kona. So he ran over to the fish pond in Kona, grabbed the fish, and came back to Hilo as the fish was still alive minutes later. His kupua power was he would run fast. There was another kupua where the first tapa tree, the first kapa tree, to make the bark that made the clothes. His kupua power was when he died, he would turn into a tree, and he would clothe everybody and keep everybody warm and all of that kind of stuff. So these are the kupua, the shapeshifters, right? Pele would be more like an akua, I would think. Now, there's a lot of different things I've heard about how these people, these spirits, were born. Yeah. Aloha kawahine no hokula. Mahalo, mahalo. Thank you. A lot of some of the stories involve the birthing stones. That when they're born, if a child is born with a birthmark or okole first or something, some kind of sign, they would be killed on the spot. Because some people say that what I was told in school was because if a child is born with a defect or with a birthmark, then they kill them because they're not perfect, and that's why the Hawaiians were always so perfect physically in their physique and all of that. But later in the years, I learned something else: is that these were spirits. Son of a bitch. Aloha. Oh, brah. What was You heard that? It's something walking in the bush in front of us. But that's a hill, yeah, that goes down. But these children that came out with certain birthmarks, they were akua. They were born with the spirit that was not a person inside of them. And so when they grew up, they would possess supernatural abilities. And so they were simply returned to the spirit world where they belong, not allowed to be a competitor for the elite, right? Bruh, this place is giving me chicken skin tonight. We stay at Morgan's Corner or the trail over on the off the old Pully Road over here. And we've never been here. This is off the old Pully Road in Nu'uanu. Oh, bruh. This is gonna be fun, bruh. You guys see them. You guys can sense them and see them. Yeah. Wow. Bruh. How you doing there, Matt?
Okay.
You gotta let me know you're doing good, bruh. Are you still with me?
I'm still,
Okay.
yeah. Excuse me. Still with you. I don't know. Feelings out still.
Hmm?
Feelings out still.
Yeah. I don't want to turn around. Your eyes glowing red. You know
Oh
what I
no,
mean?
no, none of that. I'm not like that.
You get too quiet, bruh. Matt is on alert over here. Me too. How I yeah, right on, Indy. Thank you. Long time no see. Who are you on Facebook? I don't know this I don't know your YouTube name, my friend. Always get a hard time matching up people. But yeah, good to have you. Oh, bruh. No, you said one guy. In fact, I was just thinking about him. I was just thinking about him because that was where we're sitting now. Is where I saw him one night when he was burning up with COVID. He was just sleeping out here. Hey, Brad, with one guy Shaka. He used to sleep in the cave over to the over on the side. He used to come on the live sometimes, tell some ghost stories, play guitar a little bit. It was good fun. But he got a house now, yeah, so he got a place to live. Wow. All right. I don't even know if I like talk about this guy right now because you talk about them and they come, huh? Or something similar might come. Yeah, his name was Shaka. He was a cool brother. We helped him get a home, get a place over in Makiki. So brother's doing great now. Shaka was awesome. Yeah, I mean I miss Shaka. Yeah, they're already there, huh? These spirits are already here. Oh man, I don't even know what kind of spirits these are, but they don't feel normal. They don't feel like the regulars to me. So I have these lights in front of me. I changed the batteries. Yeah, they're little meters. If you come close to them and touch them, they'll change color. So you can come as close as those lights, but no closer. All right. You can touch them. You can trigger them, but no closer. Mahalo. If you want to let your presence be known, could you make all the lights turn yellow? Or could you make one light turn yellow? I'm not sure. I have the two phones that are kind of blocking my view, so yeah. I'm not. Nah, this is all right, Patricia. You should back up and go. No, that's fine. If you guys have anything strange happening in your house, let me know. We can do a prayer. Wow, that's right to the side of me. That's right next to me. Suzette, how's it? Okay, so Kupuna, ancestors, spirits, I ask one thing of you. Let me tell my stories. No, please don't interrupt the story. Af- af-
I don't know if we belong here. So,
huh?
I don't know if we belong here. So,
You don't know if you belong here?
yeah, not for now. Something's up about this place.
Right. Should I do a prayer? One thing I. Yeah, okay. You want us to leave? Please give me a sign, and we'll go ahead and leave. Make a noise, set the lights off. There's many things you could do. If you don't want us here tonight because there's things going on and you want to protect us, let us know. I feel that it's okay. I feel that these are new spirits. They're different, but I also I'm confident in the bubble. I'm confident in my bubble, and I'm confident in all the spirits around here that protect us. If you get uncomfortable, you're already uncomfortable. Yeah,
I'm not uncomfortable.
I
I
feel
just
them too,
know
bro.
keep closing in.
But like,
Like they already alerted me of your presence right when I walked over the barrier. You know,
yeah, there's something different here.
they're good. Kind of moving around. Let me close my jaw.
I wonder who this is or what this is.
I don't know.
'Cause there's a
Yeah.
whole there's it's a
This is
bunch.
different. Yeah.
It's a bunch of different ones. I wouldn't even say warriors, but they kind of remind me of warriors, but not. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I guess too. It's kind of trippy that I never know this was the topic for tonight.
Oh, you never know this was the topic for
No,
tonight.
when you said the topic, like, things started to kind of click.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's already around,
Mm.
knowing that.
Well, I've had my experiences with him, and he's already gone. But that doesn't mean that there aren't any copycats.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Nu'uanu, yes. Hey, Alucard, how's it? This is kind of intense.
Yeah, we're good though.
Huh?
We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys want to make noise and stuff, please do it after the story, yeah? Not during. I appreciate it. Mahalo. This is the time where, for me, it's easy to tell stories when you have the same ones coming by, but when you get different ones, you know what I mean? That's for me. It's like a test for me. I'm okay testing myself, but,
Right.
but you gotta communicate with me, bro.
Yeah, yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you trying to go. I'll let you know.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. I've been contemplating that question.
Yeah.
So I wasn't quite sure when I started hearing all the sounds around us. I was like,
And
okay,
it's close,
is that
bro.
a sign? You know,
And it's
what's
close.
telling me that the question you're asking, this is your answer. You know, so
Hmm.
that's why I mentioned that.
I have already, I've established that the way to get my attention is with the lights. And it has happened to me many times where I'm like, you want us to leave? Let us know. And then boom, a tree falls. You know, that kind of stuff. Here, it's happened. You
Right,
know,
right.
and other places as well. But yeah, I'm not sure what the quick ones zipping around in the back are, Troy. But yeah, Little Rochi, how's it? My voice sounds different today. This is not a new location. It's actually the same location, but it's a different place. Ben, aloha. How's it? Okay. So, old Hawaiian legend tells of a certain kupua. This guy was born in an area on Oahu known as Lehue. Today it's known as Schofield Barracks. Very, very, very haunted area. Schofield Barracks, many people on the base reach out to me because their houses have things happening to them. Lehue, from what I've understood, is hey Keith, how's it? Lehue, from what I've heard, is a or was a training center, training grounds for the Hawaiian warriors, for many, many warriors. And so that's the kind of energy that's over there, and it conflicts with the new warriors of the military over there. Yeah. And a lot of things go on that base, right, Troy? I'm not going to read the chat for a little bit. I'm going to focus on talking and telling the story because that's what I'm here to do. Yeah. Um, yeah, there's a lot of stuff on that base. This guy was no exception, although this guy, Kaupe, was kind of unique in a sense. He was a kupua, he was a shapeshifter, he was a demigod that can assume the form of a man or assume the form of a dog. Or in some places, sometimes he would assume the form of a man with the head of a dog. This guy has been known to go around the island and terrorizing people around the island. He would eat people from different villages all around the island. Keep in mind, this is before people would really travel from village to village. This guy would just go to the outskirts of the village and eat people and then leave to the next village. And so it wasn't very long after he started doing this that the entire island was afraid of him. This guy became infamous on the island. So much so that he even went to other islands and did it because he's a kupua, he's a demigod, he could fly. And so there are stories of him on the Big Island as well. I find it interesting because right by Schofield Barracks in the mountains, there's actually supposed to be a cannibal camp where there were these large, dark people that were cannibals as well. Cannibalism was never accepted in Hawaii. Yeah. Thank you, Troy. It was a training area for the most elite Hawaiian warriors. That kind of tells you about that. Now, one Hawaiian warrior would make me poop my pants because you're looking at one brother, 6'7", 6'6", who spent the rest of his whole life training. He could break bones with his hands, and he had a spear twice his height. He had that little axe or paddle with shark teeth around it. These guys were experts and proficient at hand-to-hand combat. They were warriors through and through. They were not fishermen. They were not farmers. What they did was they trained to kill. Yeah. Yes, Kipapa Gulch is another area where this guy had been seen, and one of my favorite stories comes from that area, but I'll tell that a little bit later tonight. Yes, this guy was a cannibal. This guy was no good. Yeah. He enjoyed the infamy. He enjoyed the fear, the terror, and all of that kind of stuff, right? Glenn Grant talks about the cannibal area in the back of the mountains and says like there was a trail that you could go to where there was a cannibal encampment or camp, and they had this large stone where they would serve the meals on that would fit a human body, and it came complete with a dipping bowl. But some students came over one day and decided that was not a good part of the history and destroyed it. He also said that the way they were described, they were taller and they were dark, 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 and so it sounded a lot more like the Fijians and stuff. This island is Oahu that I'm referring to in Hawaii, where Honolulu, Waikiki, all of that stuff. It's a lot different when it's nighttime. This guy had always been interesting to me because I would read his stories, I would hear his stories, and I had experienced, and I have several of my own personal encounters with this figure. You know, let me tell that first one. Let me tell one of the first ones on Glenn Grant would the first story that I the story, the first Kaupe story that I had heard, and this was over at the Kipapa Gulch area. The informant, I believe this was in the 70s. The informant was a security guard. There's a section over Kipapa Gulch where Kamehameha Highway goes over the gulch, right? And there's a little bridge where it goes over and all of that stuff as well. And that's actually been the site of many car accidents, many wrecks in the past. I've spoken to people who have had strange things happen on that little stretch. Like their car, like a rogue wind just starts blowing their car into the other lane, almost over the fence. People see red eyes in the back seat. People start to hear noise, that kind of stuff. I'm thinking of something to do with the radio. I forget what it is though, but my friend Guy said when he would go there sometimes at night by himself, he'd look in the rearview mirror and see these red eyes looking right back at him. It's a place that is known to be haunted, known to be scary, and keep up a coach. Yeah. Oh, interesting, Tunui. Mahalo. There's a history of cannibalism in the Marquesas archipelago of French Polynesia. These people at some point migrated to Hawaii. Amazing. Mahalo. Thank you for that. Aloha, sweet savage. How's it? There's noises in the bush every now and then of something coming, and to my right is where we're hearing it, and to my right is actually a drop. Yeah, it's not a bush. It is a bush, but it's also a drop. Yes, former chicken farm located below the bridge. And so back to the story, the guy, the security guard, he had a little, like one of the, I've always I pictured how Glenn Grant describes it as like a little, like trailer or like a little, one of those little trailers that he kind of stayed over at the office, maybe overnight. His job was to look at it, right? It's to watch over the farm that was under the bridge. And this happened right about the time the farm changed owners, right? Changed owners to a mainland couple. And so they got control of the farm and they were, you know, and they wanted to do everything right. But then they're like, okay. And the Hawaiians that were working there said, okay, you guys need to throw a big luau. You guys got to throw a big party to celebrate, right? Because that's kind of how we do things. And they thought to themselves, they're like, nah, these Hawaiians, they just want us to pay for them to have a big party. So they said no, yeah. And the place didn't have the big luau that they expected. Anyway, the guy was telling Glenn Grant one night he was in his trailer on duty, and about maybe 10 o'clock at night, he heard a loud noise outside, and then followed by the sound of about half a dozen people or more just screaming. So these screams were just echoing. They were coming from under the bridge. So the first thought that crossed his mind was that a car had gone over the bridge. Somebody had gone over the bridge and somebody needs help. So he jumps out with his little flashlight and he's running over to the sound of screaming where these people are hurt and where they're injured, right? And as he's running towards them, he's calling out to them. He's like, "Where are you guys? Is everybody okay? What's happening? What happened? Are you guys good?" As he's following the sound of the screams. Very soon, his light flickers and turns off by itself. And now he's just surrounded by black, but he has, luckily, the sound of the screams to follow. And so he just is guided by the screams. And he gets under the bridge, and it's so dark under that bridge that night with no moon that he couldn't even see his hand in front of his face. When he stepped out to where the screams were loudest, he finally steps out, stands over there, and he's like, "Is everybody all right? What happened?" And at the same moment, every single voice fell silent at the same exact time. And that's when the chicken skin started to creep up his spine, over his neck, over his shoulders. That's when he realized what had happened. Something had tricked him and lured him there. The screams were the bait. Now he gets scared. He turns around the way he came and starts to run out of that place back to his trailer. And as he's running, the roots are tripping him, the branches are whipping at him. And as he's running, he gets faster and faster, and he is just covered in sweat. He is terrified by the time he slams that door shut. And he told Dr. Grant, he's like, while I was running under that bridge, there was something chasing me. Like I could see it on my right side. It was a shadow that was darker than the pitch black, 7 feet tall, and it was the body of a man with the head of a dog. He said, but all of that, he said, the one thing I remember the most from that was the hot breath on the back of my neck and the warm drool sliding down my spine. He said, this guy was just, this thing was just playing with me. He was just toying with me. He could have had me at any time, but he was just having fun. That was all he could tell Dr. Grant when he tried to press for more information. He said his priest told him not to say any more about it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Kaupe. That's the spirit of the dog man that dwells around Oahu in many, many places. There was a night when I did the ghost tours, probably back in about 2011, maybe even 2012. Uncle Frank was with me. He was a driver. We had decided to switch up the route a little bit. You good, bro?
There's no car over here.
Huh?
No car. I mean, the car teaching by super slow.
Okay.
Parked over there.
Okay. So this is the old Wanupali Road.
We'll walk out there.
Okay. Just yell, yeah, holler if anything. Yeah, when they just play with you, isn't that so much fun? Weird. So we switched. Usually, the first stop we'd go to was the Pali, but on this night, the first stop we went to was here, Morgan's Corner. All right, to get out into this clearing and tell ghost stories. I think they were gonna do something here later. There was gonna be another event or another ghost tour, so we decided to get this place checked off earlier. Nu'uanu side, Jackass Ginger. Yep, that's the one. And so I parked over here to begin the tour. Uncle Frank shoots on by, forgetting that we're coming over here first. And then he was like, dang it. So he has to turn around in the first place possible, right? So he drives up the road, and right where the board of water supply is, right up ahead, he pulls in there where, there's that little gate, there's a little fish pond over there, and there's that little chain blocking the driveway to the board of water supply. So he pulls in over there to reverse out and come join us. And as he pulls it in over there, on the left, there's this like gated off, this small little square. It's almost like a transformer thing, I want to say. And it's gated off over there with like barbed wire and stuff like that. And as he pulled in, the lights picked up a figure sitting next to it. And when he came back over here and he joined me, he was like, dude, you wouldn't believe what just happened. And I'm like, what do you mean what just happened? What happened? He's like, dude, I was pulling it over there, and as we were reversing out, there was this big black dog sitting down next to that little electrical station over there, next to that little fence. I'm like, really? How big? He's like, well, the dog was sitting down. And as sitting down, it looked like it was over 6 feet tall, 7 feet tall, on his hind legs. He's like, but it was weird because the body was a dog, but the head was a man. And as the light picked up, everybody in the van saw it before it just vanished and disappeared. So, and everybody on the van was like, oh my God, that's so cool. We saw this, we saw that. And I'm like, well, great. Now let me tell you guys about the spirit that you had just witnessed and just seen. Yeah. Oh, Captain Blackbird. How's it? How's it? No, we have white dogs here too. But tonight is about the black dog. What's up? Nobody.
Yeah, he's down there.
Huh?
Somebody's down there.
Somebody's down there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's down there.
Oh man, this feels so. When you left, dude, it just got really hot all of a sudden.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The air came hot. Everything came hot. Lisa. Yes, no. Shut up. I had the exact same experience, but Kanioi by the back gate Ho'omaluhia. I know the one you're talking about. You had that same thing with the big dog. Oh man. See, the guy gets around. Cause I am jumpy today, man. I don't even need an energy drink, man. This is getting me wired already. Hello from Russia. How's it? Oh man. Um, I'm gonna share that story later. Yeah, I got another really, probably one of the scariest things that happened to me. We'll share that a little bit later tonight, but um, I love AI. Generating pictures of him and all that. It's so much fun. Trying to generate pictures of this. Little people in Hawaii are the Menehune. Yep. The little people. Aloha D from Cincinnati, Ohio. How's it? How's it? Um, so I'll start off with another story. If you're from Hawaii, you know this. Um, fifth grade, you go at public school. What do? Where you go? Fifth grade, everybody gotta go Camp Ardman. Yeah. Um, So it was no different. This was my first experience. Ahupua'a, that's one great name. We just telling stories over here. Aloha, everybody. Yeah, Camp Erdman. That's one haunted place over there, man. I tell you. Fifth grade, I remember. We went up. We go over there, and the teachers, what they do is they put the duct tape, yeah, on the door outside. So if anybody wanders outside, they know, yeah, because you cannot put the tape back on after you go back in. I had a I had the bed over by the window where these little jealousies, these louvers, and for some reason I remember right outside the room was like a little lamp light, almost like a street light, but it illuminated the path. And so I wasn't too scared. It was right outside the room, right? I remember waking up in the middle of the night, hearing something walking around, and fifth grade, I don't know nothing. Huh? I'm not even scared or nothing. I'm just like looking around, kind of still in a little bit of a daze. And so I wake up and I look outside and I see a dog walk by the light. I could see the silhouette, the shadow of a dog walking by. And then right in front of the light, this dog stands up on 2 feet and walks away like a man on 2 legs. And for me, I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Right on. And I just went right back to sleep. And it wasn't until years later that I read the Obake files and I read that story about Kipapa Gulch. And I've heard other stories as well about people camping over in Mililani, even in the back of their houses. And they see that silhouette walking by their tent. It's one of those stories where, they think the girls are trying to scare the guys and the guys are trying to scare the girls. And, the next morning they're like, bro, why you guys don't do that? But nobody was outside scaring the other person. There was actually something else. There was a time back in about 2003, 2002, where I took my girlfriend up on my motorcycle, my Japanese Harley. We went cruising up from Kaneohe over all the way up North Shore. We went all the way up. We were just cruising all day. We went to Mokuleia, and as we got to Mokuleia, the sun was going down, right? So as the sun was going down, I was already tired from riding because we just ride here, ride there, and it was just like we went down to the beach, watched the sunset, ended up falling asleep. Yeah, so my girlfriend at the time fell asleep on the beach, and I was right next to her, and I started dozing off. When you're dozing off, you got these really weird things, yeah, thoughts come in your head sometimes as you're dozing off. It just random things that make no sense at all, but it makes perfect sense in that state of mind. In that state of mind, as I was dozing, I remember seeing this dog on the beach walking up to me. From down the beach on the right, this dog comes trotting down the beach by himself, this big black dog walking up to me, stops in front of me, sniffs at my feet, stands up, turns into a man, and walks away, continuing on his path. And in that mindset, I was like, okay, right on, good, good. Oh yeah, that makes sense. And then I'm like, wait, that doesn't make any sense at all. What the hell? And I wake myself up, and I'm like, brah, what the hell was that? And I'm looking around, no more nothing. I don't see anything. There's no person, there's no dog, there's nobody over Mokulea Beach. And though I'm like, okay, that was a weird dream. But then I look at my feet and I see the footprints. There were these little tiny footprints coming up like a dog's. And then they turned into these big bipedal, heavier set footprints walking away from me. That was partially my fault because I was a little stupid. I was riding up the on the motorcycle, and I've heard a lot of stories and experiences people would share where they would see a Kaupe, or they would hear stories upon the North Shore of him. And so as I'm riding the bike up on the North Shore, I remember it was right by the Kaina Sunset Beach. I'm thinking to myself, Kaupe, if you're real, come show yourself. It's like, Kaupe, if you're real, I dare you, come show yourself. I'm thinking that as I'm going up on my motorcycle. And that's probably why he did. Yeah. You're watching a leaf moving up and down, but nothing else is moving. Right now, it is 8:40 at night. Red eyes outside your cabin, Alucard. Wow. Skinwalker, huh? I'm not sure what a skinwalker is. We don't have skinwalkers in Hawaii. What's a skinwalker? I'm trying to catch up on some of these comments over here. One is super tall, moving the tops of the trees, and it goes still. Yeah, Madame Pele has a white dog. Okay, yeah. You're seeing shadows moving around in the background. I'm trying not to look. I'm just kind of phasing out over here.
Yeah, bro. I don't know if that's the lighting or what, but yeah, bro. Look at these dancing shadows in the top of the trees to the right and jumping down to the bottom left
Oh
bush.
wow. Oh wow. So the tree on the right that's illuminated. You're seeing shadows jumping to the left.
If you watch that tree, it's dark and it goes bright.
Huh. Interesting. Oh, Lisa had crazy stories about living in Kaneohe before they closed Old Poly Road in the 80s. Oh wow. That's a mainland thing, yeah.
Yeah, so it's been, see, but mine shows a different view. So it's been dancing up on this one and then jumping down to there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The one close
See
to
how
us,
it
huh?
goes? Yeah, this one right here is that branch right there.
Okay.
Trippy, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's the lighting or remember that one time we were in the EA and I was talking about my screen looks like it's flashing.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
we
yeah,
brought it
yeah.
up to the light. Well, we figured out it was that particular light
Mm.
that you have.
Yeah.
So it comes up on film.
Yeah. Indie home, that's really good. That's a good idea. I need to get one of those. He says, do you have a bell? You could tie it around the tree. That sounds like a very interesting experiment we could do. Sweet Savage, it's just the wind blowing. No more wind though. Look.
Yeah, that too. Get leaves in the middle of the trail. It's moving, but no wind.
Chupacabra, okay. Yeah, I heard about skinwalkers. I don't really know too much. But yeah, that sounds interesting. Yeah, that's right. It could be a bug or something crawling on the light too. Or it could be something paranormal. I'm not too sure. I lived Ho'omalahia before it was a park and it was banana patch and I got stories too. For sure, for sure. That would be fantastic. I lived Kaneohe my whole life. I lived down by the Kaina Castle, Puahala, that new area that was built in the 80s. Used to have one heiau down the road by the golf course. Wow, this place is so different tonight. It feels totally different. Wow. Okay. Should we try the spirit box? Let me try put them on the. I think I can make one the kind poll. Yeah, there we go. Quick poll. Clearly state your question. Uh, okay. I don't know what that is. On TikTok, Spirit Box. Smiley faces, yes. Crying faces, no. Spirit Box is a little thing that they may or may not be able to speak on. Now, how do I do them on the kind? Aha, here you go. Oh, I feel technological now. I know what I'm doing. Maybe. Start a poll. There you go. The spirit box is a little bit of a device. Okay, that's how you guys do them over here? Had to get the house blessed because the spirits were messing with your son? Wow. You used to live Kaneohe Bay Drive across from Foodland. Live Papakolea Homestead. Oh yeah. Used to go Pali. You know Papakolea up on the top. Get the there's a demigod that I've never heard of this kind before. The demigod is a giant caterpillar. Okay, we will do spirit box. The yeses are, well, everywhere. So we'll do the spirit box on this one, and maybe we'll use the app for the picture generation. Yeah. So I guess I'd like to address the spirits that are the guardian spirits around. Help them communicate. Okay. How do I get rid of this? I don't know how to get rid of this. Oh, cool. 100%. Yes. Okay. At least you guys can see the spirit box. Yeah. Orbs, absolutely. They're signed. Yeah. Oh, I get pictures of orbs. From the tour I did. So on this one, I'm gonna do spirit, spiritus. So to the spirits around here that hang out and the ones that come around, help them to use this. And then we're gonna turn to the picture one too. Yeah. I got all this stuff that I pay for. Might as well try use them. Huh? Ghost Tube Seer. This takes random words and it tries to generate words with the random words, pictures with the random words. So we'll see. I'm gonna stick them right over here. Oh, we get one picture already. Okay, that's random words. And let's start the spirit box. No, don't join a hotspot for the spirit box. Mike. Should I pray to Michael the Archangel? Please. Yeah. Hanaho, should I say the Michael the Archangel prayer? Yeah. Okay. We'll do that first. Okay. It said Mike, and then he was like, yeah. So, yeah. I will say the prayer. Maybe we'll turn on the light music. This kind of shifts the vibe a little. You know what? We'll leave the vibe as it is, but yeah. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and the snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray, and do thou, O Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, thrust into hell Satan and all evil spirits who wander the earth seeking the ruin of souls. Amen. Lord, we ask that you send Michael down to protect us, to keep the area safe for us. We also ask that if it is in your will, that we cross over whoever needs to be crossed over. We protect whoever needs to be protected. If there are any spirits that are in need of help, please bring them to us, and so we can guide them into your light. We pray this in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. I'm sorry, I just got distracted. Look at the picture that just came up. This picture that just came up, man. As I'm doing the Michael the Archangel prayer, this thing has wings. I don't know what I just did to my phone. There we go. And it's stuck. It's not even moving. And now it's gone. Okay. There was no ding or anything. Yeah, Kepolo. That's the other one too. They're cute though, yeah. Remember that spirits don't have any physical manifestations. And so because they don't have any physical manifestations, I'm convinced that how they look isn't really how they look. Because they don't have a physical body to look. Why is this thing not making noise? It should be making noise. I've never seen that picture before. No. Wow. Bruh. That's kind of... Okay, we're turning the spirit box on again now. If there's anybody on that would like help, I'd like you to say your name twice or have your name said twice. This is called Ghost Tube Seer. It generates... The theory is it takes random words like an obelisk and it uses AI to make images from that word. Take them. Hi. Who's there tonight? This a little boy. Is there a little boy? I don't think I've ever heard a little boy. Can you bring the little boy up again? This is an app called Spiritus. Alright, is there anybody here tonight? D. Does your name begin with D? I just... Oh my god. Ooh. You hear that? I heard a voice and it went through my body that I never heard before on this thing. It was like, yeah, like that. And it went through my body. Oh, brah. Okay. Who's here tonight? Did it say marchers? There's a lot of chatter going on. Can you give me one or two numbers? The first two numbers I hear are the numbers I'm going to choose. 1, 2, 3, or 4. No numbers, huh? Wow. Usually we hear numbers. Like I'll say 1, 2, 3, or 4, and it'll say like 5. That's how this app works. Hold on. I'm gonna try to get this one. You heard help. Okay, who needs help over here? So this has 1, 2, 3, and 4 I can choose. See, they're all off. Channel 1, channel 2. They have different sounding voices, yeah? They don't cut down the extra chatter. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So, could you give me a number? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. You're cute. What are you trying to tell me? Something here is trying to scare me. Let's see the pictures that I've gotten before, okay? Here's the pictures, here's the history of the pictures that I've gotten. I'm sorry, let me try to see if I can do this. It's a fake help. Yeah, I felt that little boy wasn't really a little boy. So here's all the pictures that I've gotten. Here's the random pictures. These are in the past weeks, months. You could tell, no demons. And now tonight, in the last 10 minutes, yeah, cute. What do you want to tell me, huh? I have spirit boxes. I don't like the radio ones. The radio ones give me a headache with all the little. It gives me a headache, and it hypnotizes me. I don't like that one too much. I have used those before. The SB7 ones. They create channeling and all of that stuff. Yeah. So wait, one more time. I want two numbers. 1, 2, 3, and 4. One or two numbers. The first one I hear, I'm gonna give it 10 seconds, and then you tell me the numbers. See, this one came up now. This one actually, you heard the ding, right? And it's just a horse. That's how it should work. I don't know why the other ones, the three creepy ones, didn't have that ding, yeah? So yeah, I'm gonna put it up for 10 seconds. Tell me what numbers, 1, 2, 3, or 4, or a combination. 4, 3. Is that a 1? Okay, well, I heard 1 as well. It seems to, when I put this on the tree. You heard 10. Yeah, this is only 1, 2, 3, or 4. I'm not sure if I heard 1, but I know I heard 3 and 4. You heard 1? Okay, we'll leave it. We got 1, 3, and 4 going on. So who's here tonight? What can I do? Hello. What's your name?
Wait.
Yeah, name. I heard name and wait. What's your name? I heard a woman say, hey, what's your name? Wade. I heard name again. My name is Joe. Can you tell me what your name is? Can you tell me what my name is? Joel. Okay, so I am speaking to something intelligent. What would you like me to do? What can I do tonight? There's something that's moving in my bushes to my right now. It's very quietly moving. I can hear it. It's less than 10 feet away. Oh. Lights going off. Lights going off. Oh, a bunch of lights are going off. Oh, something is walking by the lights. Who set my lights off? Who walked by the lights just now? Hunter. Feet. Can you tell me your name? How you doing there, bro?
Good.
Good? I'm not asking you, but okay, right on. I heard Hunter too, yeah? Tell me about this spirit that's around here. This is no, dude, that. Oh, cause this makes sense now, dude. This makes sense now. Yeah, this makes sense now. It's an animal. Is this an animal? What kind of animal is this? Can you tell me?
No.
Bra. What kind of what animal is this one closely related to? Give me something. Give me something. What the hell was that? How 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 old is this animal? How old is this thing? Yeah, that was a straight up no, yeah. How old is this spirit that's walking around us right now? Is it old? Is it young? Is it older than me? Can you give me a number in years? In terms of my years, human years, how old has this thing been around here? These are kind of weird, unnerving pictures. You heard dog. Tell me your name. Tell me your name, please. No, no, no. It's a name. Yeah, I'm getting that already. It's ancient. Get on with it. You want to hear another story? Okay.
There's anything else. It's the third time I heard that word.
What's that, bro?
The third time I heard that word.
What? What word?
That.
Die. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Caught him, yeah.
yeah. I was waiting for that third one.
Okay. Okay, good night. I'm going to turn you off and I'm going to tell another story now, all right? Thank you. Bye. He's like, bye. Okay. Ooh, bro, this is...
You know, too, it was in trees and it was the same voice.
Huh?
It was in trees and it was the same
Yeah.
voice.
So that was... I heard the noise on my right. I don't know if you heard that.
I think I missed that one.
It was... I heard little small footsteps on my right. Like right over here, kind. Like right there. And then the lights... Brah. Then the lights went off. Like we walked from the right to the left. Hey, Demonica, how's it? How's it? Yeah, they said bye, bye, Satan. Oh, cuz this is those pictures, brah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's where I'm at. How about you? Getting deja vu like you did this exact same thing before.
Oh, look. On my phone. I don't know. It's acting up again.
Your phone
I'm
acting?
like another 40 comments.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. It was backlog. I've only seen all these comments now.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, brah. This is a night, brah. I tell you, this is something right here. Okay, so story time. This is one of my experiences that was really scary, and I almost quit my job when it happened. So I know you were I know earlier we had God fun it. I forget your name. I'm sorry. A friend that lives in Kaneohe that was talking a little bit over here earlier. But yeah. Oh man. Liz, thank you. Yeah. Lisa. I'm trying to scroll back. Let's see. Yeah. So this was she brought up the Old Pali Road, and somebody else the other night brought up Morgan's Corner on this one, the one on Kaneohe side. I think that was either last night or this or tonight. I'm not even. These nights are kind of blending together. No, I did not, Hawaii. I did not walk through that bamboo. I don't go over there to do live because that's kind of off limits, yeah. Because you get the palisa. Um, that's more sacred kapu. I don't like, yeah. It's kind of disrespectful. So anyway, this road, before the Pali Highway was built, right? The new one that we use, this was the old Pali Road, right? The old Pali Road went down, and it went under now the new Pali, and you go down to it, If you follow that old road down under the new highway, you walk down to a split, and right as you split, you go to the left, and that's called Kiana Ole Road. It comes out between the two golf courses and the H3 by Hawaii Memorial. You take the right, you go on Auloa Road. Auloa comes out on the Pali, right? And it actually crosses the Pali, becomes what we call 13 turns, and goes off into Mauna Wili. We've been there a few times to tell ghost stories as well. And for the record, Ui, I want to tell you this thing that I'm feeling is exactly the same thing I felt that night with Obake. That's what it's very similar to. I'll tell that story tomorrow night. The hunter, the old ancient hunter animal thing that stalks and hunts. That's kind of what it felt like, and it was scary that night, bro. But that's a story for tomorrow night. Tonight, so we get out. We're doing the ghost tours, right? There's two vans. I'm the guide for that place. Robert was the one that was waiting back at the van. We alternate, yeah. So one night Robert will do them, and then I'll wait back at the van, make sure the thing not on bricks when we come back. And so I took the group, 20 something of us, up Auloa Road towards, just up over there at a place that we called the Kanioi Morgan's Corner. And so we would walk up past the concrete barrier, past the big round concrete things that have been moved now, past the fence, and we would go to a location where there was a murder in the 1970s. And I'd stand over there and I would tell the story. And so that night was the same, nothing different. Yeah. Yeah, and they get barbed wire too, as you can tell from the picture. Um, so it was a hot night. It was like maybe September or so because it was like really hot and kind of sweaty and all of that. I remember we had the tiny little lights, yeah, and the lights you could see the sweat glistening off of people's heads in the light, yeah. And so anyway, we stop over there and I start telling the story. Keep in mind here's this old overgrown road, right? So I turn my back to it, and the group is in front of me, and their back is to where we came from, right? So they're watching my back, I'm watching theirs, kind of a deal. And it was a big group, so I couldn't really see the back. And I start telling the story of the young girl who was murdered there, and supposedly that's where they found her body. She was shot. As I'm telling the story, as I said, it was hot. I make a hand gesture, and my hand goes through this coldness to my left. I think it was, yeah, I'm facing the group. It was to my left, my hand gesture. Now, that's happened a few times before. She's said to be there, and she'll listen to the stories. And there's been other tour guides as well, other companies that would have had the same experiences in the past. And so, it's not a bad ghost. It's a young girl, right? And so before, I would say, oh, wow, there's a cold spot. And then what does the whole tour do? They all run over there. They like feel the cold spot too, right? And I thought to myself after I did that one time, this is not very pono. This isn't right. This cold spot is a little girl, a young girl. I think she would appreciate it if people don't just stick their hands in her, that kind of stuff. So I never say nothing. When I was done with the story, I told the people in the group, okay, you got a couple minutes, go take pictures, go walk around, and then we'll continue up the trail if you guys like, up the road. And so as I was doing that, as everyone went around doing that, this young local girl came up to me, maybe 20s or so, and she's like, I wanted to tell you, when you were telling the story about the little girl, she was standing right there next to you. And she went on and described the little girl as how she looked, her height, the color hair, all of that stuff. And she's like, and at one point, your hand went right through her. You made a gesture and your hand passed right through her. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I kind of thought that was her. It was a cold spot. And then you hear somebody, what? Cold spot? What? Where? And I'm like, oh, it was over there. And everybody go and they're looking for the cold spot and, putting their hands all. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't want that to happen. Anyway, I'm like, all right, take some pictures. You guys good. I looked at the girl and I'm like, you're a psychic then, yeah? You can see. And she's like, this is the first time I've been able to see. And I'm like, this is a horrible place for your gift to awaken. It's scary up here. There's a lot of stuff over here. A few minutes later, as we're getting ready to continue on, her boyfriend comes up to me. Yeah, this local brother. And he comes up and he's like, small kind freaking out. He's like, bruh, hey, hey, Mr. Tour Guide, bruh. Hey, I think something wrong with my girlfriend, bruh. Bruh, you gotta come look at her, bruh. I think something's wrong with her, bruh. And I'm like, okay, so I walk over and she's like just stiff and not moving and like I could see her eyes. Her face isn't moving, but her eyes meet mine as she moves to look at me. Here's another strange picture. Um, as her eyes meet mine, and she's paying attention, so I know she's not catatonic. And the guy shines a flashlight in her face. The boyfriend, he's like, "Brah, oh, brah, look at that!" And then the light hit the face. You could see this icy mist coming out of her mouth, her breath. It was so cold around her that you could see the icy mist of her breath coming out every time she breathed out. And he's like, brah, look at her, brah, look at that, brah. You can see her breath, brah. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, cuz. And I'm like, okay, relax, relax, relax. I don't need nobody freaking out, right? I give him one tea leaf. I'm like, okay, brah, here you go. You get one tea leaf. You gotta walk around the group and whack the ground with the tea leaf. Protect us. Give him one task. I don't know if it did anything, but it calmed him down, which is enough for me. So he walks around the group, whacking the ground, and I'm looking. I walk up to the girl, and I'm like, "Are you okay?" And she just barely shakes her head, and I'm like, "Is this the girl? Is she on you right now?" And she barely manages a small nod. And so I asked a silly question, but I've met silly people, and I'm like, "Are you okay with this? Do you want me to get her off of you?" She nods her head a little. I'm like, "Okay." I don't know. Some people like that kind of stuff, right? So, um, one of our other guides is Uncle Joe, and so I call it an Uncle Joe. Okay, Uncle Joe, what he would do, he's this Hawaiian guy. He would jump up and down with the tea leaf and yell in Hawaiian and throw salt and just yell to get the spirit away. And so I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. We got some interesting pictures tonight, man. I'm telling you. I'm not gonna do that. This is not a bad ghost. So I went up to her and I looked above her where the girl was sitting on her shoulders, and I'm like, honey, you don't want to do this. You're not a bad spirit. I'm not going to throw salt at you. I'm not going to wave tea leaf at you. But this is not how you get our attention. You need to get off of her, please. And so the girl gets off of her. The spirit gets off of the girl. The girl warms up. She starts moving around. And she's better. She's more relaxed now. And I look at her and I'm like, okay, so how's everybody doing? And they're like, that girl obviously was a little shaken up, but everybody else in the group was like, "Oh, we're doing all right." Had some guys in the back of the group. I think it was military. They're like, "Oh, yeah, this is fun," but we didn't see anything yet. And I'm like, "Okay." And I'm looking at the group, and my rule that we had just kind of made was, if the group wants to turn back, we turn back. But because they're the paying customers, it's up to them. It's not up to me, right? And I'm feeling like we should turn back, but I'm convinced, and I'm gonna let them go out. I'm gonna let the thing play out the way this group wants to. And I'm like, does anybody want to turn back? Clearly, it's active tonight. You guys want to continue, or you guys want to turn back? Nobody said anything. In the front, the girl, looking at her and her boyfriend, they never like be the ones to make everyone turn around. The guys in the back, yeah, we didn't see anything yet. We want to see something. Like, nobody, like, nope, okay, whatever. We walk up. We walk up to one corner where we used to tell the story of Morgan's Corner. I'll get into that a little bit more about why we thought it was Morgan's Corner. One of the next lives, maybe this week. If you guys are new, we do these stories every night for the month of October, 8 p.m. Hawaii time. So we get over there, we're walking up, and I get to the corner where we will tell the story of Therese Wilder, the murder, John Polakiko, James Majors, the story the murder that made Morgan's Corner infamous, and all the car accidents and all of that stuff. And my back is to the road, and it's the same situation, but I'm telling the story. There's the Mauka side of the road, the mountain, and then there's the Makai, the ocean side of the road. Me, I don't like stand by the Makai side because that side always get these two red orbs whenever I'd mention the murderers that appear and kind of have messed with people. So I stand on the opposite side of the street. As I'm telling the story, that girl comes up to me mid-story, grabs my arms, and pulls me to the Makai side of the street. And I know how this is going. I'm like, I'm not going to stop telling him a story because that just means we will be there longer. And so I continue the story. I tell him, okay, take pictures. And then I ask her, I'm like, okay, so, hey, real fast, how come you pulled me to the side of the road, to the other side? And she explained that she was watching behind me as this large shadow in the bushes was moving down the road closer to me on the Mauka side. And he stepped out, she said he stepped out of the bushes about 10 feet from me and started walking right towards me. And that's when she moved me. And I told her, I'm like, really? And there were a few people in the front that started nodding. Apparently, they all saw the same thing. And so I asked her, "Can you describe this shadow, this person, this thing?" And she said, "Oh, yeah, it looked like a man. It was taller than you, and it had the head of a dog, like the head of a wolf, but the body of a man. And the thing, I could see it in the bushes. It was over 6 feet, 7 feet tall. It was way taller than you." And I'm like, "Really?" She's like, I'm like, "It had the head of a dog," and she's like, "It was darker than the pitch black of the forest around and behind you, so that's how I could see it." And the people were nodding next to her. I'm like, "What happened when you pulled me to the side?" She said, "Oh, they turned around and went back in the bush." And I'm like, "Great, I'm ready to go." You know what I mean? And I take a few minutes and I tell them who they had just seen. This was the first night I had told the story about Kaupe, the cannibal, half man, half dog, the kupua, the shapeshifter, the one that would eat people and terrorize the islands. And you know, that's the first night on the tour I shared that story because there was nowhere really relevant that I could share the story, right? Until that night when he showed up on the tour. And I asked the people, I'm like, "This is who we saw. Who wants to turn around and walk back now?" Nobody. Nobody wanted to go back. And I'm like, "Okay, for real, nobody." The baboosas in the back, never heard, never see nothing, never hear nothing. "We didn't see anything. We didn't see anything. I want to see something. Let's continue up the road." Fantastic pictures tonight, man. I'm telling you. So I'm looking around. I'm like, for real, nobody wants to go, and nobody wanted to be the bummer again. So I'm like, all right, fine. And I'm getting kind of mad. And I'm like, all right, let's go. We got one more stop. We go walk up about 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes, and then we'll go stop off and we go tell another story, and then we leaving. Okay. As we're walking up the road, we start to hear branches breaking next to us off of the road in the bushes, like twigs snapping, branches snapping on the Mackay side. I hear some of the guys in the back. "Oh, that's just Robert in the bush. Robert's gonna come and jump out and scare us." So I went over there, showed my flashlight in the bush. I'm like, "Go ahead, tell me." It's a cliff. You get the weeds growing over there, so thick, the kind, I forget what it's called, that nobody can even walk through it. One animal can't even walk through it. We're hearing branches breaking, but there's nowhere for someone to walk. You ever notice too how the branches break next to you, but never in front of you or behind you? It's always next to you. Yeah. And so we continue up, and I'm already kind of like, "Bro, these people are stupid." You know what I mean? I'm like, I want to get the hell out of here. I'm scared. I'm getting kind of creeped out. Imagine being in charge of 20 something people, right? So we get up over there, up to the tree where we tell the urban legend about the girlfriend, the boyfriend, the tree, the hanging, the blah, 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 the urban legend. Huh? And I start with the urban legend. And I get about a couple minutes into the story where all of a sudden there's this loud crack on the Mauka side, where the group behind the group, right? Behind the guys that were like, "Oh, we never see nothing." All of a sudden there's this loud crack and they all went running, right? They all went scatter. So me, I'm like, "Bro, these guys stupid. They don't step on one bush." You know, like these guys won't step on one twig. So I walk to the back and I'm looking. I'm like, "Okay, who broke the branch? Who stepped on the branch?" Nobody said nothing. What was that?
Heard that.
Yeah. What was that? Oh, cuz. Getting to the good part. Let me tell the story. Oh, my heart is racing right now, bro. I don't even know how to describe that noise. It was like a breathing, a high pitched breathing that what you heard?
No, I heard like a chirp chirp. I heard like if there was like berries or something on the trees,
Mm.
like they would fall. Like I heard a bunch of stuff fall around us, and then I heard like a chirp chirp or like almost like a gecko.
I heard like something else. We got this picture again. Yeah, I know you're not a kid. Stop acting like you're a kid. Okay, back to the story. So there was a loud crack in the back of the group, and I walked back there with my flashlight, and I'm shining on the ground, and I'm like, okay, so who wouldn't break the branch? Nobody said anything, right? They're like, oh, we never broke the branch. We never did that. We never did that. I'm like, okay. And I'm looking in the bush, and I'm leaning over into the bush, and my light was this real small light. You know that little tiny one that took the AAA batteries? That was the only light we had. I cannot believe we did them like that. But I'm looking on the ground for a branch that broke, for a twig that somebody accidentally stepped on, and I'm leaning towards the bush, and the bush is in front of me, like a foot away or less from my face. And as I'm leaning towards the bush, looking on the ground, I hear this growling coming from above my head. I hear this low growl, and then my light is frozen on the ground, and I'm looking straight ahead, and I can see this big, dark mass that's darker than everything else, just shifting and moving. And then the growling and this it turns into snarling, and the bush starts shaking in front of me. And I am just, you ever been so scared you cannot move? This was chicken skin suit, every inch of my body, instantaneous, just goosebumps, chicken skin, whatever you like call them. I couldn't move. I was so scared. And yeah, I don't know how long I was like that. May have been seconds, may have been like a minute or two. I don't know. Then I put an Uncle Joe. I got myself together. This thing, the growling, the snarling in front of me, less than a foot away from my face and above me, and seeing this dark mass moving around. I started jumping up and down. I started screaming in Hawaiian, throwing the salt, waving the tea leaf, telling him leave, telling him haole pilikia and to hoi, and yelling at it. And as I'm yelling at it, the growling got louder and louder, and the bush started shaking more and more. And I'm like, bro, this is not working, And then it kind of a realization hit me. This whatever this was in the bush, and I'm convinced it was him, Kaupe. The growling, all of that stuff. Um, Whatever it was just shaking the bush and growling. There was no, it was right there. It could grab me, it could reach out and throw me into the bush. I'm not sure what this picture is, but I noticed the ones that come up without the ding are the interesting pictures. And then it occurred to me that this thing is just trying to scare me. And I look at the bush and I'm like, and I take a deep breath, I collect myself as the growling is still happening. I'm like, hey, I'm just doing my job. If you like us leave, you gotta scare them. And I point to the group, not me. I gotta go back over there, finish my story, because I'm working right now. Like, I thought, once again, you like us leave, you gotta scare them. And I turn around and walk back to the tree across the street, and I start telling the story. And the growling continued. And all of a sudden, the guys in the back, the babooses, were like, I think we need to leave. And everybody was ready to go. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, I think you're right. And I ran. I was the first one out. My days at Kamehameha, I remembered all of that. And I could run again. And I sprinted back. And I got my little walkie-talkie. The next tell out, I call up Robert. Robert, get the van open. Get the cars turned around. Start them up, bro. Get the doors open. We're not hanging out here tonight. Robert's like, why? What happened? What happened? I'm like, bro, never mind. I'll tell you later. Just get it. This is going to be a fast exit, bro. Hurry up. And I'm the first one out. I see the one light Robert parked under, and I break the concrete barrier. I just freaking fly right past the concrete barrier, and then all of a sudden I hear a loud crack in the back of the group, and I hear a bunch of screams, a bunch of girls screaming, and I'm like, God, fun it. I turn around, and I'm like, now I gotta go back towards that thing. I'm walking to the back of the group, and I noticed that it was actually girls on the group. They had tripped, they had fallen, they had slipped, and so I go over there and I'm helping them up, and I'm like, "You guys all right?" They're like, "Yeah," but something had jumped out of the bush, and I'm like, "What?" And they pointed. It was right at the turn where we told the first story, and they're like, "Something, this big black shadow jumped out at us right over there, broke a log clear in half." That's what I had heard. A log. The bugger was like 2 feet thick. I showed my flashlight over there, and it was a log. The log was shattered in half. And they said this big shadow jumped out, broke the log, and then jumped back into the bush. So I helped them back into the car, and we got the heck out of here. Um, Usually, when I tell this story, I have one of my friends on that she actually became my friend that night. She was on the tour, and I met her. And we became Facebook friends, and yeah, she was there. She shared pictures with me that she had taken that same night, and all of that. Let me see if I can find some of the pictures that she had shared that night. But yeah, she remembers it. I was actually talking to her because she was sitting right behind me, and she told me, she told me, I'm sitting down, and I'm like, why did this happen? Why did this happen? What the hell? You know? And she's like, you quit smoking, didn't you? And I'm like, yeah. How you know? She's like, it's been a few days. Yeah. I'm like, yeah. How did you know? She's like, I just kind of know. She's like, you quit smoking, so now they can come closer and closer to you. And I'm like, oh, that's great. And we're talking about maybe why, because it was like a Native American thing where you peace pipe and all of that stuff, maybe to the spirits. But every time I would smoke, so yeah, it was. I went back to smoking that night. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here she is. This was 2009, 2010 era, circa. Here's the bushes. Let me relocate this over here. Here's the bushes that the thing was growling out of. I'm hearing words. Are you hearing words? I'm hearing talking now. A girl coming from the bottom. It sounded like hi. Here's the gate we had to walk through to get onto the trail. And I think those are the only two pictures that she found from that night, or that she took. Yeah. Right. Good memories. Here's me, it's 15 years ago almost, at the Banyan Tree Manoa Chinese Cemetery. Look, my hair was black, not white. But yeah. So yeah, that's one of my scarier stories over here. The smoke carries your thoughts to the ancestors and great spirits. I was gonna say flashlights weren't what they are back then to what they are now. You are exactly right. And you know what? I felt like a champ because I had those lights. I was People didn't carry flashlights, yeah. Sometimes you can cut something through picture also. Yeah. Exactly. 10 times 10 times 10. Yeah, my sister's Jennifer. Malu. You recognize the last name? Brah, what was that? Oh, what the heck is this? Oh, bruh. We're getting some pictures. Welcome back, Sweet Savage. Oh, she was one of your really good friends in Washington. Nice. Over at UPS, huh? Yeah. Well, it's a pleasure meeting you. I'm her younger brother, or her middle brother. She was the oldest sister, Joe. And yeah, I'm like, hi. Pleasure meeting you. Oh, man. Bonfires are fun, too. Yeah. Thank you for saying hi, by the way. Makes me smile. Um, Which picture? The one that came up? Yep. Here's a picture loaded. Now it looks like grass, no longer like little torches. Okay. Man, these pictures are just so unreal tonight. All right. Is there anybody else here with us tonight? The place? How you feel about the place now? Huh? Same? Okay. Fireflies. That's a good one. Yeah, thank you. And backpack. Okay. Weird. All right. Is there anybody else here? Could you set the lights off? I'm not hearing any voices right now. Huh? By the water? Huh? Oh, on the other side.
Yeah, it sounds like it's past the water.
What are you hearing?
Female. Somebody else. Even that smell. It's really different.
It smells like fire.
Yeah.
Bruh, you had to say bonfire, huh? Now we're smelling one bonfire up here. How's it? Bruh, what's going on? Okay. Whoo! Anybody there? Oh, yep, I smell that fire. Let me try to turn. I don't really want to turn the lights off. Yeah, we're hearing all kinds of stuff over here. Yeah, we smell smoke. Let's see what the spirit box can tell us. This is a Spiritus app, yeah? Is there anything you want to tell us? I'm going to put you on 3 and 4 right now. What's that fire we're smelling? No Kahlua pig smells, no. Can you tell me about the smell of smoke, the smell of the fire that we're smelling right now? What's the source? Anything about it? Dog? Dog? It said dog. No, we're not cooking dog. Oh, bro. Oh, dear Lord, what is wrong with this thing tonight? Look at this picture. What are you? Speak. What are you? What's your name? Thank you, Amy. Did it say that? Did it say cool?
Sorry.
This doesn't feel like that energy. What's your name? Who are you? Thank you. One looked like that first picture with the wings. Oh, fantastic. What the hell? All right, well. Where's the ancestors? Where's the guardians? I don't like bring this kind Piliki over here. Judd? Yeah. I don't like bring him over here. Do I know you? Do you know me? Tell me how you know me. If you know me, tell me how you know me. I heard that again. Ooh, pain. Ole. Ooh, I wish you were. I bet you wish you was here. Huh? Yeah, I heard that 3 times now. Is this cool? It don't feel like you. Yeah. No mosquitoes. Nope, none. Aloha. Wamanalo. How's it? Okay. What would you like me to do? Eat, and be merry, huh? What would you... I'm not turn this off. What would you like me to do? What would you like me and Matt to do? Can you say stay, leave, nothing, anything? Tell me. Did he say Mary? I don't know what you're telling me. Is anyone mudsliding right now? You heard leave? I didn't hear that. Here's a picture. Let me zoom in a little bit. I notice I get better pictures if I put that thing on away from me, not on me. True. You want us to leave? Can you set off the lights if you want us to leave? Make the lights go off, and we'll leave. Change the color on the lights, and we'll leave. You did before tonight. Can you make the lights change color, please? That was like a phone, and then it said hello. Go. Please. How you feeling now, Matt? Same? Huh?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna turn you off now. If there's any last things you want to tell, go ahead. You know what? I want to know who is telling me to leave. Leave again. Guardians, what do you want us to do? Do you want us to leave? Do the Guardians want us to leave? Or spirits, huh? It looks like it's moving, yeah? Look like the picture's moving. I don't know what the heck that thing is.
I was walking. Told me who.
Tell me who.
Very well.
Okay. If we leave, my concern is that if we leave, this thing might try follow. I don't know what this thing is. It might try.
Carlo.
If I'm gonna have a little fight, I'd rather there be witnesses to make sure that we're not going nuts. Oh man. We'll go move back.
Was.
We'll go move back to the entrance. Matt. Okay. I'm gonna leave this on. And this on. Put that inside. Last chance for the lights. We're gonna move the lights, turn them off. If you want to play with the lights, this is your last chance. Mahalo.
Oh yeah, hello.
Bugs. Flashlight. Yeah.
Told me who.
Sorry, Matt. I don't like push the envelope too much, but on the other hand, I feel like if we leave, that might not be the best thing to do either. You know what I mean? So I will tell you guys what I've heard about the spirit. One of the other stories I shared earlier this month was we did speak to the spirit who identified himself as Kaupe and that he knew me. Oh, thanks. Yeah. Huh? Oh, thanks, Sue. Appreciate it.
Staring it.
Goal. Yeah, you know. We are. Mahalo. Thank you. Look how far we were from the car. Right here. Right here's where we usually set up. Good? Good. Yeah. I wanted to leave that area and see if the energy changes a bit. Yeah. I want the energy to change before we leave. Thanks, dude. All right, yeah. It's been a long time since we've had anything like this happen. Whew. No, there's something bad around here. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not used to it. It feels bad. Let's see if any more pictures came up. Oh, yeah. It is one. You think we did the right thing?
Carlo.
Look at that picture came up when we were walking away. It's like God saying, "Yep, get out of there." Yeah, we're on Oahu, Old Pully Road. Yeah, we smell we smell smoke, fire. Not anymore though, huh? Demonic would be more of a sulfurish kind of smell. No, I didn't smell that. It smelled. We're talking about bonfires, and we started smelling bonfires, and then this picture came up over here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shush. Canoe. And this picture came up when we're talking about bonfires and smelling bonfires. It said follow again. You're not gonna follow anybody. Usually if it gets worse, it'll make you feel sick. Yeah, I know that. I know the sick. It's the your naao, your center, your below your sternum and above your stomach. Oh, we're getting good pictures now. No sulfur smells tonight. No, just something, just like bonfire smells. That's awesome.
Because I had
Nope, no sulfur, no rotten egg smells. Fallen angel? I'm not too sure. That's a good. So I don't. When I saw that, I didn't think of fallen angel or anything like that. Witch? No, witches will be a little bit different. This thing.
Staring at.
So I'm gonna tell tomorrow. I'm gonna talk about one of the other demigods, one of the other kupua shapeshifters, and my encounter kind of with him. He's not bad though, but he kind of saved my butt from something that was bad, and it felt like this. Yeah, it felt just like this. Your auntie mad at you. She used to teach Kamehameha. That's my school. That's weird. That's weird. I have my phone, TikTok on my left, YouTube on my right, and I saw you, Joof. I saw you comment on the left. I thought you commented on YouTube, but you didn't. All right. Is there any? Would you like us? Would you like to tell us anything else, Spirit Box? Anything? There's still a boy. That's not a boy. I already know that's not a boy. Wah. Yeah, I'm not falling for that. You're not a boy. Little boys wouldn't be here in the middle of the night asking for help. Bra. Who are you and what are you? Yeah, 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 I know. You have a scary voice. Funny. But who are you really? What are you really? Maybe? Peekaboo. Is that you playing peekaboo? Sorry, the flashlight is in the way, but yeah. No, nothing? You're cute. You cannot follow us home, yeah? You gotta stay over here.
Dog.
Dog? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Quit trying to distract me. Yeah, your mother too. Stop it. When we leave, you cannot follow us. You cannot stay here either. Because you get the spirits over here that are going to kick your okole out when they come back. I'm not going to provoke it, but I'm not going to back down either to this thing. Do you believe in God? Do you believe in God? You know, I'm gonna share a good story, a story that I enjoy. I wanted to share this up on Mauna Kea, but Mauna Kea I felt really rushed. Yeah, so I'm gonna turn the thing off right now. Um, Mauna Kea had a different vibe, has a much different vibe to it. So this is kind of a more of a blessing, maybe blessing story, kind of. I enjoyed the story though, so I'm gonna share this with you, kind of change the energy around a little bit, right? Because Indy, you what something you said reminded me of this. Maybe I'm stupid, maybe I'm hopeful, maybe I'm just whatever. But this happened, and I cannot tell you where it was a place that we were asked to bless. I'll tell you, it was a correctional facility. Whether it was on Oahu or the Big Island or Maui, I'm not gonna tell you. But so me and a bunch of friends went over to this place. We were asked to bless it because it's a place where a lot of healing is supposed to happen, and therapy and all that kind of stuff. And it isn't like that. It's a like the energy is bad. There's hauntings, and it's making them the men and the women who are supposed to go to that facility get even worse. Um, so yeah, they're not healing. They're actually just whatever is over there is enjoying the chaos and enjoying creating the chaos and feeding off of the chaos. Anyway, we went over there. There was one area, the girls' dorms. We started in. We caught a shadow on a recording walking through the wall. We had that laser grid set up, and we caught that thing walking over there. The spirit box said Jin several times, DJINM, and it was kind of taunting us. The owner, we took us outside to the boys section. The boys section was this big, it was like a high security prison kind of thing, but of course it was abandoned. Nobody lived there anymore, right? It's a day facility. It was, you had to go through a little airlock. It was super locked down. Had the kind barbed wire, everything, basketball court in the middle. The dormitories were just the bed springs with graffiti and all of that. And so we went around the place. We walked by this little tangle of bushes, and the guy who was running the place pointed out the bushes and and told us, "Oh, that's our garden." But for some reason, nothing will ever grow in the garden. It's supposed to be a healing thing, right? It's supposed to help them, kind of stuff, right? Look at the pictures changing. Yeah. And so we had gone over, so we walked by this big mass of just brambles and stuff. And yeah, they said it will never fruit, it will never flower, all of that stuff. Well, we decided to go ahead and bless we started at the dormitories. I heard a buzzing in my ear. It was a fly or a bee. So we're at the dormitories. We bless all the walls. We bless everything in the dorms, the beds, everything. We work our way out into the courtyard. And as we're sitting in the courtyard, I have an idea. And I'm like, all right, let's just sit down in the courtyard now. Let's sit down on the basketball court and make a little circle. And what we did was something called a projection. Yeah. And so I don't know how I did this. I don't know why it came to me, but it just did. And so I'm like, all right, I want you guys to imagine there's this big blue bubble that's coming up from the ground, and it's surrounding it. It's surrounding where we are. It's pushing all of the bad out, and it's blessing the place with only good. So all the bad spirits need to leave. All the bad spirits, all the bad energy is being shoved out like water, and this place is now blessed. I spoke to the guardians of the land over there. I said, watch this place, watch over this place, take care, keep it a healing place. Then we went to the girls' dormitory on the second or third floor, and we started doing sage because for some reason sage felt right. And so we went upstairs and we started in each room. We did the closet, we did the room, we did the windows in every room, and we worked our way downstairs. We were downstairs now, me and my other friend, at we were downstairs at this one room, the last room on the first floor. Yeah, that's a happy picture. We were downstairs, this first room on the first floor, the last room, and my obelisk went off, and it said "Jinn" again, and I could feel that thing that was taunting us was in that room because we had blessed everywhere else. That was the only place it could stay. That's the only place it could be. The only place that was not blessed yet. And all of a sudden, it didn't feel big and strong and taunting. This thing was small and weak and pitiful. It was like it was cowering and it was terrified. And you got these big guardians over here doing this blessing with us. You got us over here. We got all of this stuff over here, and it's you know. And I took pity on it, and I told it, if you want to stay, I'll let you stay, but you can't cause chaos and mayhem anymore. You have to cause happiness. You have to help the healing. You can eat. You can thrive off of that energy. You can live off of that energy. You can enjoy that, and that kind of thing. Yes, I realize that's a plot for Monsters Inc. Almost. The spirits take energy, right, to manifest, and energy is like a buffet to them, and so that's why they like the fear and all of that. But I thought, what about the good? I'm like, if you turn good, you can stay here. So I'm gonna let you stay here. But these guys here, and I could feel they were the guardians of the land. They were the spirits of the land. Like they're gonna watch you. They're gonna watch you and make sure. And the second you step over that line and become bad, they're gonna kick your butt out. You better watch it, because now they know you. Now they see you. Now they have your number. And we left. We finished the blessing. A few months later, the guy talked to me, reached out, found out that the place was totally different. It was a healing place. It was good, and even more, perhaps, was that the flowers were blooming. Hold on. How is this, bro? And the flowers were in bloom, and the fruits were growing, and all of that stuff. that's so awesome. Oh, bro. Just as I said that picture shows up. Ah, yeah. Maybe it was a child. Yeah, very much well could have been. I'm not sure. Hey, how's it? How you liking TikTok? TikTok is interesting, yeah. It's a good way to reach more people. These stories, I believe, are really, really good. That it can help people, yeah, and that's kind of why I like to do this. Um, Keith, demons will lie to you to fool you. Yes, I know exactly. I'm trying to read some of the comments. I've heard that demons believe in God more than we humans do, so that question is not a valid one. Yep, that's a good point. What about the story of Pele with the white dress? I was on Kilauea and I shared one of those stories a few days ago. You guys that are new, we do Facebook Lives every night for the month of October, 8 p.m. Hawaii time. That's when we start. We go to haunted places and tell stories. This is not a healing place. This is on the old Pali Road. Yeah, there are healing places, but I don't want to bring. If I go to a healing place, I'm not going to tell scary stories. I don't like bringing that. Yeah, if it was a jinn, then a human must have been carried it there. Most cultural places don't leave the land they are connected to unless they are attachments. Yep. I heard, Chris, people on the tour before, when I described the Hawaiian gods and the Hawaiian spirits, I heard them tell me that these are what I'm describing is a jinn. Okay, good night, Jamie. I will pray, and we are going to end this because I still have to get up at about 6:30 tomorrow and work. And we'll be back live tomorrow. We'll be telling stories about Kamapua'a. I've never heard about Dan Rivera. Sorry. Was this the place where your creature ended up being a small noise? Yep, that was the one. Anastasia. Where on Old Pali Road am I? By Jackass Ginger. So we'll go ahead and end in prayer. Let me just go ahead and... We don't like to see anything coming up the trail. So we like end on a good note, yeah. What is this? Ha ha ha, funny. Yeah, no, I'm not showing that picture, thank you. Ooh, I don't like seeing nothing either, so I'll blind myself real fast. Hey, original. Big Island, nice. So, guys, aloha, thank you for coming. We will go ahead and end the live. So, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him. I'm sorry, this is not, I need to get more into this. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and the snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, cast into hell Satan and all evil spirits who wander the earth seeking the ruin of souls. Amen. Thank you for watching over us tonight, Lord. Thank you for taking care of us. Thank you for this experience. And thank you for the companionship and the great stories. I ask that you continue to protect us on all of our journeys, wherever we may head. That you protect us, you protect our devices, our homes, our loved ones, and our hearts. And thank you for everything that you've given to us and everything that you have done for us. We pray in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. All right. Whew, brah, that was a good night. So we're gonna hang out here, cruise a little bit longer, but yeah. You guys tomorrow night we go tell stories about Kamapua'a, the half man, half pig demigod, and some of experiences around here, yeah. And we're probably gonna go to a different location, let this place rest a little while, yeah. So yeah, amen. Good night, guys. See you tomorrow at 8. Aloha.